Hi, it's Katy Beren again. Let's follow with the last sentence regarding the life purpose and the possible challenges on the way to achieve the life purpose. Last time I was talking about the fears. Since that is the biggest one, that was the topic we started
with others and never exchanged for monetary gain. While I can appreciate this charitable attitude, I really have to disagree. Modern day society is driven by money, whether we like it or not. As lofty as it would be to donate all your time and attention to others for free, you are really limiting yourself if you do that, which means you are limiting the amount of people you can help. If you don't charge money for your talents and services, you will have to earn an income some other way, unless you happen to be financially independent. In most cases, that means you will have less time and energy to devote to your true purpose. Personally, I see nothing wrong with charging money for gifts and talents, whether they are of those of a plumber, a doctor, artist, spiritual advisor, and anyone else. If you are providing something of value to others, you deserve to be compensated for that contribution, unless you choose to offer it for free. Not everyone will agree with this, of course. Don't be surprised if you encounter a few stray freebie seekers with an overinflated sense of entitlement, but don't let them worry you either. If you are truly providing something of value, something that really helps people, you are justified in expecting to be paid for your time, energy, and expertise. That doesn't mean you should focus heavily on the money either. If you approach your life purpose with an attitude of what is in for me, you could set yourself up for problems. What kind of problems, you ask? For one, focusing only on what you stand to gain from your activities reduces the intensity of passion and joy you will put into your purpose. You will be so busy watching for monetary returns that you won't be giving from heart full of generosity and love. Another problem that could arise is that you will gauge your success by the amount of money you bring in rather than the number of lives you are able to touch. In fact, you will probably notice that the financial rewards grow naturally in proportion with the growth of your purpose. The more people you have, the more easily the money will come. Finally, doing anything just for money usually reduces your enjoyment of it. You can enjoy financial rewards, of course, but keep in mind that there are much more satisfying rewards to be had if you open to them. Overall, your main objective should be to serve while also being open to the natural flow of abundance that comes along with success. Of course, if you have no desire to earn an income from your purpose, then this situation wouldn't apply to you. You would simply work at it as time and energy allows and call it good. There is nothing wrong with this approach either. It just depends on what your objective is. Slow progress. As you begin moving towards your life purpose, You may feel like you are moving through molasses. Maybe you will bump into plenty of obstacles that will slow your progress. Money might trickle in when you desperately needed a waterfall, or you might simply seem to be moving at a snail's pace with no apparent reason. When this happens, it's very easy to convince yourself that you must have been crazy to try living your purpose. If it was meant to be, wouldn't it be easier? Don't do that to yourself. First, understand that you are likely undergoing some major changes, both within and without. There are also maybe external influences affecting your progress, and you have no control over those influences. Maybe it's a collection of factors, some of which you aren't even aware of it. No matter what is happening, do your best to make the journey itself the reward. In other words, don't hang up on expecting a specific outcome in a certain time frame. As long as you are taking the steps that you know will lead to your chosen destination, you are on the right track. Instead, make it your mission to feel good about what you are doing right now. Trust that everything will work out exactly as it meant to, and focus only on doing your part. When you do that, you avoid wasting time and energy on fear, doubt, and frustration. You stop worrying about the end result and enjoy each step between here and there. Balance and responsibility. As great as it is to feel purposeful and passionate about your activities, it's also possible to become obsessive and take too much too soon. In fact, this likelihood increases the bigger your purpose is. As much as we would all love to change the world by 9 a.m. tomorrow, it may take a little bit longer. When you first conceive your life purpose, you may find yourself wanting to hurry up and make it all happen overnight. Whether there are many people who need what you can provide, or you feel desperate to change your own life circumstances, remember to take it slow. Keep balance with the rest of your life. Make time for proper self-care, rest, and recreation. You won't be serving anyone if you end up burned out and exhausted. On the flip side of the same coin is the importance of responsibility. Once you have realized your life purpose, you may need to do some substantial shifting around of your activities to make room for your own for this new priority. And this is a priority. It has to be. If you don't make this new objective very important, you will easily find reasons not to work on it. You will complain that your kids are too demanding, your job is too stressful, you are too tired, you don't have enough time to yourself, and so on. And you will go on feeling dissatisfied and unfulfilled for years or even your entire lifetime. In your own mind, you will have plenty of valid excuses for why you haven't achieved the dreams in your heart, but deep inside you will know that you never really fully committed to it and made it high priority. Finding a balance between those two extremes may not be easy at times, but with self-awareness and planning, you can make the transition much easier for yourself. Keep those fires burning. Self-motivation can be a tricky thing, no matter how passionate you are about your activities. Sometimes, without realizing it, you may find your attention waning or outer distractions interfering, which can throw you off your track in a hurry. You may find it helpful to come up with a mission statement to keep you on track. It can be a simple statement like, "My purpose is to educate, empower, and empower women in living healthier and more balanced life." Or it might be more detailed, such as, "I commit myself to writing, speaking, and educating others on the subject of living purposefully. Every waking moment of my life will serve as an opportunity to inspire and awaken those who seek to be awakened." Whatever kind of mission statement you choose, make it something meaningful to you, something that will fuel your inner passion and keep you focused on your ultimate objectives. Success in dealing with challenges. There are other possible challenges that could arise. It's impossible to cover all of them. But no matter what kind of challenges you may face on your journey toward greater purpose and meaning, know that your attitude is going to make the biggest difference in magnitude of the obstacles you encounter. If you see them as daunting and overwhelming and immovable, guess what? You will give up. On the other hand, if you choose to see them as temporary challenges that can be overcome, you will do what it takes to get past them. Rather than seeing these obstacles as threats, learn to see them as opportunities. Opportunities to strengthen yourself from within, opportunities to stretch your limits, opportunities to grow and develop as a person, and more. Challenges can be your best friends if you are willing to learn from them.